the bottom line is like you want to answer like the three questions, like really, what is this product about? What is the most commonly asked questions about this product? How this product was created and how good quality is this? And you have to convey all that in 15 seconds. So in the next part, we're going to see how you can film these videos with your smartphone. And no, you don't need a PhD in filmmaking for this, but just keep in mind very simple tips and tricks that you need to create videos like a pro. So let's get to the second part. This article goes over how to take listing videos with a smartphone, but it was also written in 2020, so 5 years old. So let's rewind it and see how it looks like in 2025. So there are two ways of creating listing videos actually, like the lazy way, which a lot of sellers are doing because something is better than nothing. That is basically taking your product images because you probably did a diligent job in answering all your questions there and they are pretty detailed. So creating a video out of them. Having a video impacts the quality score of your listing. So having a video with just a slideshow of your images is still better than having no video. But if you really want to level up your game, you want to create a good quality video for your product. So how can you use your smartphone? There are a few key aspects of filming or photographing anything. One is the equipment you use. So we're going to be using a good quality smartphone here. If you don't have a good quality smartphone, I do recommend kind of investing in that because you can use it for not just videos, for photos and everything. I will be using my iPhone to photograph things and we're going to see how to create good quality videos through that. Then the second aspect is script. So you have your equipment. Now you kind of want to sit down and scribble on a paper really what you want people to feel from your video. Do you want them to feel like, yes, they know you, they know the product, you want them to understand if it's there solving their problem, you want them to, what are the key takeaways you want these people to have from your video? And yes, I know everybody's key takeaway is I want more conversions, but really think about it. When you are actually browsing through product videos of other shops or other people on say Instagram and all, what attracted to that video? Is that the quality? Is that the filming angle? Is that the information it is conveying? So the information, the angle of filming, the aesthetics of it, the text, and yes, it seems overwhelming, but trust me, it is not. So write down what you want them to feel. You want them to feel informed, happy, confident. You want them to feel like they have answers to every question they have for your product, or you just want them to know about you. That will define really how you will film your video. Then there are two strategies to make your videos. One is to kind of create a specific videos for all your products, or kind of generate a generic video for your own shop. I've seen like people do different kind of things. Like sometimes they create, say, they have a pottery studio, so they create a video for their pottery to kind of show that they have hand created everything. Again, it's better than having nothing, but the best thing is to maybe use that clip and add the clip of the product you're actually selling. It's a little bit of an overhead in terms of creating your listings, but honestly, once you set a workflow and start creating these videos, it will become a part of your workflow and you will not hate it as much because you will see the rewards. You will see the rewards of taking that extra step. Okay, so once you have the script and you've written down everything you want this shopper to feel from your video, we will kind of start figuring out what we need. So for purposes of this video, we're gonna go like video a product and we're going to do some process videos and we will learn how to stitch them together to kind of create a comprehensive 15-second clip. Okay, so use the three types of listing videos to decide what is the script of your clip. You want to answer the question, you want to add the creative side of things, or you want to add the details. Just write down a few things. I think what we will do is just video a lot of things and see what we like and what we don't. And this will be kind of hard in the beginning, but slowly you will start getting a hang of it. And I personally think it also helps you kind of create stuff for your own social media. So this is a skill kind of you probably need to acquire like yesterday. The sad reality of being a small business owner is you have to wear many hats, and apparently filmmaker is one of them now. So, all right, once you've set the stage, you've written the script, And now we talk about lighting. Lighting can be artificial or natural. So find a brighter spot in your house. So for example, I'm gonna use this mug as my product. This is something I made in my pottery class. And I'm gonna try to video it. Okay. And then you've decided what your product is, you've decided the script, and you have decided like a bright spot in your house where you want to put this product and film it. In terms of lighting, you want to avoid any kind of harsh light that falls on your object. Like it just creates hard shadows, and it's really hard to kind of figure out details of your product with harsh light. So you want soft natural light, and you can use like reflectors. I'm going to show you how to do that. And you want some way of kind of stabilizing your camera, so you can use a tripod or just kind of like a pile of books wherever you can like stand it and it doesn't move. Although I feel like the cameras right now are so nice that they already have an auto stabilizer built, so you might be okay. But because you are kind of filming your hands and yourself in there, it's kind of better to use a tripod. No, like literally a $10 tripod will help. You don't have to go fancy here. Also get comfortable by showing yourself on these clips. The people want to kind of make a personal connection with you and won't have one until you show your face. Yes, there are a lot of faceless accounts, but you don't want to be one of them, trust me. And then yeah, frame your shot and shoot. Let's go and shoot a video. Okay, so first I want you to go to your iPhone and click on your camera settings in your phone. In an iPhone, it is settings, camera, and shoot at least 1080p. Now remember that in Etsy, a lot of things are square, but Etsy recommends on their website that the video of 2:1 ratio is good enough. So if you want a landscape or you actually want to do like a portrait, which you can also use on their social media reels, is also going to be okay. And I personally think, because Etsy is also promoting, if you've noticed Etsy's Instagram account, they have been promoting a lot of these handmade detail videos. So shooting portrait might be actually good for you, but if you are shooting portrait, make sure that the key information that you have is within the square in the middle, because the thumbnail on your home page is square, and that is what it's going to be shown to the potential buyers, and that's what's going to be shown in the preview. So everything above and below that square will be cropped. So keep in mind that you can either shoot a square video if you want, although Etsy, according to their article, says they have a problem in uploading the square videos from mobile. So let's talk about that in how to upload your listing section. But yeah, so set up your phone for recording 1080p HD 30 frames per second. So to video this thing, you want to buy something like a Lazy Susan. It's literally like you can buy it from a dollar store. You want to put like something white on top of it. I don't really have anything right now, so I'm just going to show you my setup. I have a little art corner where I usually photograph. There's a white table. So first of all, like declutter your space. Don't really have anything. I can't really remove everything, so please bear with me and imagine there's nothing there. So put your product on the Lazy Susan and put a white cover on top of it. It's hard to move it when there is a cover on it. So you want the cover to be long enough so your hand is not visible. So this is good for 360 shot, but that's not really the only thing you can do. I'm going to show you like quickly camera settings. Click on the top, click on HD where it says HD, click in 4K if you want, click in HD if you want. Just as long as it is HD, that's good. I'm going to take a portrait video here because I want to shoot in 9:16 aspect ratio, which is your common reel or like just the normal setting of your phone. Then I am shooting in cinematic mode because it actually like kind of blurs out the background and make your product like shine. And you want to click on the center of the screen to auto lock the focus, because when you're moving it, the focus kind of like moves around and sometimes the video comes out blurry. And you want to make sure the exposure is set to 0 or slightly brighter depending on your lighting situation, but don't make it too bright, it will burn out your like white things. And yes, like take a couple of shots, press play, rotate it a little bit tactically, everything. There should be nothing else in your frame except your product. It's the primary focus. The product should be placed in the right dead center of the video. Don't try to be more creative with it, because Etsy will literally crop it and then all this work goes in vain. The second thing I sometimes do is, like, my duvet cover is white. So I put my tripod right on top of it, product is placed in. So the background actually turns out completely white. I slightly overexpose the video. So it is actually kind of bright. And then I just take like a 360 shot of my product, similar settings, use autofocus, and you want really your aperture to be as low as possible, at least 1.8 or 2. So if you want that sharp, crisp video, like this video is being shot in 2.2 in cinematic mode on my phone. So it's kind of not very well. And then you want to save it. To edit this video, you can just edit it on your phone. For process videos, I would say, like, just take a video of you doing the craft, like painting, sewing, or anything. You maybe just need 5 seconds, and that's enough. And we're gonna stitch them together to create a video. But honestly, it really depends from your skill level. We can use free tools like CapCut or Movie Maker or all these things to kind of create one comprehensive video, and I will show it to you real quick if you're really interested. But just streaming the video on your phone with all the details and creating a 15-second clip is good enough. And you know what sometimes I do? It's actually pretty cool. Like, use the Instagram Edits app, upload your video there, and add text. So we're gonna quickly do that. Okay, let's do it.